time is running out. It is a painful irony, which I do not believe is lost on my fellow Americans, that during the President's annual visit, Ahmadinejad's annual visit to the United Nations, we are subjected in our country to his hateful and vengeful and venomous speech. But that same right of self-expression is denied to his fellow citizens back in his own country. I think perhaps that is why there is a growing consensus within the United States Congress, particularly within the House of Representatives, at a time when our politics have been particularly spirited and there has been a great sense of partisanship rather than bipartisanship. But it's probably one of the reasons, in addition to your strong and effective advocacy and continuous education, but it's one of the reasons that Republicans and Democrats, liberals and conservatives, from the right and the left, that there's a growing and emerging consensus, as evidenced by the letters that have been written with more and more signatures to our State Department asking that they lift the designation. Now, over the years, the list of concessions made by the United States and our Western allies is as long as it is discouraging, if you think about it. We dropped opposition to Iran's entry into the World Trade Organization. We lifted import restrictions on several items. In the late 90s, we dropped the designation of Iran as a leading state sponsor of terror. We no longer refer to Iran as a rogue state, and the list goes on and on. And yet, in spite of these accommodations, in spite of these measures, and in spite of reaching out a hand of conciliation, we've made no progress. If for 30 years with a clenched fist, Iran has terrorized its region, the globe, and perhaps most importantly, its citizens. A nuclear Iran would surely signal a failure of Western diplomacy, would it not? Or perhaps even more tragically, perhaps a failure of Western will.